To look outside is to dream. To look inside is to awaken. Who then dictates the value of your life? Is it the chorus of voices around you? The society that serves as a constant witness and judge? Or is it something far deeper, residing within the quiet sanctuary of your own being? In a world where our every action is subject to scrutiny, it can feel as though our self-worth is a currency held in everyone's hands but our own. But an ancient wisdom offers a revolutionary perspective. Drawn from the enduring philosophy of Stoicism, it declares that your true value emanates from within, independent of the applause or the critique of the crowd. Today, we embark on an inner odyssey to explore how these Stoic principles can transform your understanding of self-worth, help you navigate the cacophony of societal expectations, and guide you toward a more authentic and resilient life. We will not merely scratch the surface. We will journey to the core, challenging you to seek validation not from the world around you, but from the world within you. Be forewarned, some of these ideas may feel radical if you are firmly anchored in the quest for external approval. But if you are ready to challenge convention, to delve into the profound teachings of the Stoics, and to cultivate a life that is truly your own, then you have found your place. We invite you to subscribe and join our community of philosophical explorers. Stay with us and discover why this ancient wisdom is more vital today than ever, and why the most profound truths require us to question everything we thought we knew. First, let us examine the trap of external validation. It is a subtle snare woven into the fabric of our culture, an invisible web where our happiness and self-esteem seem dictated by the phantom currency of likes, comments, and followers. But is our worth truly a mere collection of outside affirmations? Stoicism, born in the forums of ancient Greece and Rome, challenges this notion at its very foundation. The Stoics teach that the only true good lies in our own virtue, in our wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. They argue that external factors, including the opinions of others, are beyond our control and, crucially, are indifferent to our true happiness. Imagine a state of being where your inner peace is unshaken by a critical comment or a disapproving glance. Stoicism is not about mere endurance. It is about recognizing where your energy truly belongs. Consider the moments after you've shared something online. There is an immediate, almost primal urge to check for a reaction. Each notification is a small reward, a fleeting boost to the ego. But it is ephemeral, is it not? Soon the hunger returns, pulling you further into the cycle of seeking external praise and further from the shores of self-reliance and inner contentment. This hunger does not remain confined to the digital realm. It seeps into our lives, subtly molding our behaviors, our appearance, and even our most significant choices to win the approval of others. But here lies a fundamental Stoic truth. When you base your happiness on the opinions of others, you surrender your power. You build your life on a foundation as unstable as the ever-shifting winds of popular opinion. Stoicism offers a powerful antidote, the practice of self-validation. It encourages us to turn our gaze inward, to seek our own approval, and to cultivate an inner citadel, a fortress of the mind, impervious to external shocks. This is not about dismissing others, but about recalibrating the weight their views hold. It is about discovering the freedom that comes from a self-worth grounded in your own values and actions. By prioritizing this internal validation, we begin to free ourselves from the trap. We start to live with a purpose that resonates with our deepest self, not with a fleeting image crafted for societal applause. This shift is not simple, nor is it swift, but it is profoundly liberating. Stepping into the realm of Stoicism, we discover a radical recalibration of value. Here, Self-worth emanates from within, a constant and unwavering light, rather than a flickering reflection of external praise. In practical terms, this means your worth is not a currency traded in the marketplace of public opinion. It is independent of social media metrics, compliments, or accolades. While these things are not inherently bad, they are not the bedrock upon which a resilient sense of self is built. For the Stoics, the core of self-worth lies in living in harmony with reason and virtue. It is about the private dialogue you have with yourself, asking, "Are my decisions honorable? Am I living truthfully?" This internal standard fosters a self-respect that is unshakable because it is self-generated and self-sustained. Consider the Stoic practice of daily reflection. This is not merely a tool for self-improvement, it is a sacred communion with the self. Each evening, you can review your day not to tally successes or failures, but to honestly measure your actions against your own values. This ritual solidifies the understanding that your worth is defined by your commitment to living virtuously, not by the shifting sands of public opinion. Embracing this approach does not mean you become indifferent. Rather, it is about recalibrating the influence of external voices. Feedback is no longer a verdict on your worth, but simply information, a tool that can be used for growth without disturbing your inner peace. The beauty of this perspective is the stability it brings. You are no longer at the mercy of others' whims or the pressures to conform. Instead, you gain the freedom to pursue a life that is a true reflection of who you are. Let us now explore the heart of Stoic resolve: inner courage. In the Stoic sense, courage transcends heroic acts on the battlefield. It is the quiet, everyday bravery required to live authentically, to adhere to your principles in the face of fear and external pressure. This inner courage is foundational. It is the fortitude to confront your own flaws and to choose actions that align with your deepest values, rather than those that simply avoid discomfort or seek approval. It asks you to look inward and question not just what you do, but why you do it. Imagine standing up for a just yet unpopular cause. The true courage lies not only in the external act, but in conquering the internal battle against doubt and fear. Stoic courage is maintaining your course when the path is rocky, trusting that your internal compass is set on virtue. This courage also involves facing your own internal vulnerabilities. It is the willingness to accept your emotions, fear, anxiety, and doubt, as natural parts of the human experience, rather than as weaknesses to be hidden. You observe them with a rational mind, and you act based on wisdom, not on whim. This form of courage is profoundly liberating. It frees you from the tyranny of trying to control what lies outside your power, such as the opinions of others or the outcomes of life. Instead, it directs you toward the one thing you can control: your own response. It also involves the readiness to revise your beliefs in the light of better reason. This adaptability is a form of bravery, for it requires you to let go of long-held ideas when they no longer serve the truth. In cultivating this inner courage, we build a resilience that does not just help us endure, but helps us thrive, transforming life's challenges into opportunities for growth. It may seem a paradox to speak of vulnerability within a philosophy known for its fortitude. Yet, embracing vulnerability is a surprisingly robust aspect of Stoicism. Often viewed as a weakness, vulnerability, through the Stoic lens, is transformed. It is not something to be denied, but a strength to be embraced with wisdom and self-awareness. Stoicism acknowledges that we are all subject to error, emotion, and misfortune. The strength lies not in pretending otherwise, but in meeting these human realities with acceptance and reason. To be vulnerable, in a Stoic sense, is to recognize your fears and limitations, and then to face them with integrity. It is the act of turning to face the shadows within, so you can work through them constructively, transforming potential weaknesses into avenues for growth. Why is this a strength? Because it allows for genuine self-reflection. By acknowledging your vulnerabilities, you give yourself the power to address them. This builds true resilience, one based on clear-eyed understanding, not on denial. Moreover, this honesty fosters deeper human connection. When you are open about your own struggles, you create a space for others to do the same, leading to more meaningful and supportive relationships. Embracing vulnerability aligns perfectly with the Stoic practice of focusing on what you can control. When you accept that emotions and external events are beyond your direct command, you are freed to focus your energy on your response. Vulnerability becomes a training ground for exercising wisdom and self-control. It allows you to live more authentically, accepting your true self with all its imperfections. This acceptance does not weaken you. It strengthens your resolve to live a virtuous life. Resilience, in the Stoic lexicon, is more than mere endurance. It is the art of spiritual alchemy. Stoic practices do not just help us recover from difficulty, they reframe our entire perspective, transforming setbacks into opportunities for self-mastery. This resilience is rooted in the dichotomy of control, the fulcrum of Stoic power. By intensely focusing our energy only on what is within our control, our thoughts, judgments, and actions, we conserve our mental resources and remain steadfast in the face of uncertainty. Consider the evening meditation. A Stoic reviews the day's events, not to dwell on what went wrong externally, but to evaluate their own responses. This introspection forges the soul, building a habit of learning from every situation. Setbacks become stepping stones. Stoicism also teaches the art of perception management. A challenge, viewed as an insurmountable obstacle, will overwhelm. But viewed as a test of character, it can be approached with a constructive purpose. Another powerful tool is premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of adversity. By visualizing potential challenges, the mind is prepared, reducing the shock and fear that accompany the unexpected. It is a dress rehearsal for the soul, enabling one to remain composed and pragmatic, no matter the circumstances. This resilience finds its ultimate expression in amor fati, a love of fate. The Stoic strives not merely to accept, but to embrace whatever life brings, trusting that every experience holds value for our moral development. Building resilience through these practices means cultivating a mindset where life's challenges are seen as integral to our growth. It is an inner strength that does not crumble under pressure, but grows more robust with every test. Ultimately, these principles converge on a single vital discipline: focusing on your own path. This is not a call for selfish isolation, but for a sacred alignment with one's inner compass. It is about ensuring that the life we live is genuinely ours, not a mere reflection of external desires. This path is one of emotional and intellectual self-sufficiency, where our peace relies not on fluctuating circumstances, but on reason and virtue. Think of Marcus Aurelius, who, amidst the immense pressures of an empire, found his strength in this philosophy. He focused on his own path, not just to rule effectively, but to live with personal integrity. His reflections urge us to ask, are our decisions born of our own virtue, or from a fear of judgment? Following your own path means embracing the idea that the obstacle is the way. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to practice courage, temperance, justice, and wisdom. This mindset reframes our journey. It is not a smooth road, but a series of lessons that shape us into wiser individuals. It also cultivates profound personal responsibility. While we cannot control what happens to us, we hold absolute power over how we respond. Focusing on your own path means taking ownership of your reactions and making rational choices that align with your deepest values. This autonomy is liberating, but it requires constant vigilance and daily reflection. In essence, focusing on your own path is about authenticity. It is about crafting a life that is a true signature of the soul, shaped not by external pressures, but by your own reasoned choices. Thank you for being an integral part of this community. Remember, the Stoic journey is not about enduring hardship, but about transmuting it into wisdom. As you continue on your own path, may you embrace every moment with courage and integrity, allowing this ancient philosophy to guide you toward a life of profound fulfillment. To delve deeper into these practices, our exploration continues in the videos suggested on your screen. We appreciate your dedication to this timeless pursuit of self-mastery. Until we meet again, walk your path with virtue.